Live from downtown Bakersfield, 23 ABC News starts now.
A hearse stolen from a church out of Los Angeles County. What you need to know about the vehicle and how a woman's body was still inside.
And a joint memorial service will be held for the fallen firefighters who lost their lives in a fire in Porterville. We'll have details on how you can attend the ceremony.
Could more help be coming to schools in Wasco? We'll tell you about the measures on this year's ballot that could improve their current condition. Good morning and thanks for tuning in for 23 ABC News at 6 a.m. I'm Daniela Garrido.
And I'm Melissa Flores. We're going to check in now with CHP Officer Robert Rodriguez. Take a look at what's going on the roads this morning. Robert?
Thank you very much, Alyssa. Good morning, everyone. Through Bakersfield, still a very good traffic commute as you get ready to head out the door on this Thursday morning. Right now, still no crashes to report or any major problems or issues out there. And if you are going to travel your way out of town, again, your major routes are all open. That's my look at traffic. Elena, we'll send it back to you.
All right, Robert, thank you so much. So let's take a look at yesterday's conditions. We've dropped to 49 here overnight after hitting 82 yesterday. That was a record. It surpassed the old record of 80 set back in 1992. Now, average is 66, so to be at 82 was impressively warm. And today and tomorrow is much the same because that high pressure continues to dominate, leaving us warm and dry and sunny and stable. There will be some high clouds passing through as we get up to 80 this afternoon. Today's record is 83. Tomorrow's record is 81. So again, close to matching or breaking records for the next couple afternoons before a wild cold snap and a chance of rain and even snow this weekend. I'll show you the wild ride in our forecast coming up.
We're following news out of Tulare County this morning. That's where the Public Health Department has confirmed that 9 people are on voluntary quarantine. Officials there said that the individuals traveled through China within a 14-day window of returning to the U.S. Officials say they are following the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention and the California Department of Public Health procedures to manage those individuals. Public Health said the 9 people are on self-isolation with no symptoms. They say there are no reported or suspected cases of COVID-19, and the risk in Tulare County does remain low. That's according to the Director of Public Health with Tulare County Health and Human Services.
A hearse was stolen right outside a church in Pasadena with a woman's body inside on Wednesday night. According to LA County Sheriff's Office, a mortuary's Lincoln Navigator with a woman's body in the back was stolen from outside St. Anthony's Church on Rosemead Boulevard just before 8 p.m. Wednesday evening. The Sheriff's Office tweeted out a plea for the suspect to return the vehicle or at least the body inside, saying to the suspect driving around in a black Lincoln Navigator stolen, out of all the bad decisions you have made, at least make one good one and bring back the deceased person and casket inside the Navigator. Initial reports said a body and casket were stolen, but sources later said the body was not in a casket, just in a body bag. Reports say the vehicle's license plate number is 7ZDG618.
Today's services are scheduled for fallen Porterville Firefighter Patrick Jones. Those services taking place at Tulare United Methodist in Tulare at 10 a.m. That coming a day before a joint memorial service will be held tomorrow for Jones and Captain Ramon Figueroa. Both were killed in the line of duty last week while battling a fire at the Porterville Library. The joint service for Figueroa and Jones will be held at the Porterville Church of the Nazarene at 11 o'clock. The families have requested dress attire for uniformed personnel. The public is invited to attend both ceremonies. And a global dance fitness icon will be speaking at this year's 12th annual leadership conference tomorrow morning. Andrew Feeve will be making his way to Bakersfield College on Panorama Drive. The conference is put on by Outreach at BC and the Wendell Davis Foundation. The goal of the conference is to educate, motivate, and rehabilitate at-risk youth. It's starting tomorrow at 8 a.m.
The Delano Police Department will be cracking down on impaired drivers and improper licensing this week. A DUI and driver's license checkpoint is scheduled to be held within Delano city limits tomorrow. Officials say DUI checkpoints and saturation patrols are conducted in locations with higher frequency of DUI-related collisions and arrests. The department says in 2017, more than 1,100 people were killed in alcohol-involved crashes.
On Tuesday, California voters are going to be deciding on more than just presidential candidates. There's also a few different measures that affect specific Kern County communities.
Today, we're taking a look at measures A and C, which have to do with public schools in Wasco. 23 ABC's Austin Westfall spoke with school officials about what the measures are all about. Austin?
Guys, Measure A is all about constructing a new gymnasium and related facilities for Wasco Union High School, which is the only high school in the city. And Measure C aims to make safety improvements to schools in the Wasco Union Elementary School District, as well as upgrade classrooms and PE facilities. Some saying that they're asking for more money because they haven't had luck getting funds from Sacramento.
We've been using our own money. Our own citizens care more about our schools, obviously, than the state does.
Kelly Richards is the superintendent of the Wasco Union Elementary School District, a district that's asking for $16 million in school facility bonds for the upcoming election on Tuesday. The money would go toward upgrading modular classrooms into actual buildings. It would build PE fields near Highway 46 and Poplar Avenue. And perhaps most importantly, Richards says, it would improve safety for students at Carl F. Clemens Elementary School, who typically exit school near Broadway Street.
Broadway is not a broad way. It might have been in 1928 when the school was built, but right now it's a very, very narrow street with parking on both sides. And small elementary children spill out of here while parents try to pick them up.
Richards says the money from the measure would allow them to build a student drop-off and pickup zone that is off-street.
Parents will be able to pull in here, come right along here, and this becomes a drop-off area for their children.
That's what Wasco residents will be voting for with Prop C. Then there's Prop A, which deals with Wasco Union High School, which recently had a major facelift.
It has almost completely been modernized, with the exception of a gym. The gym and 2 additional classroom buildings.
Prop A would provide nearly $39 million to fund the construction of a brand new 2,000-seat gymnasium near the corner of 5th Street and Poplar Avenue, complete with new locker rooms. The funds would also modernize their existing gymnasium so simultaneous events could happen in both gyms.
Existing locker rooms of the existing gymnasium are so old. They were constructed in the mid-40s. Been very difficult to maintain for the plumbing and infrastructure that's there.
And those old locker rooms would be turned into new exercise rooms. Both Measure A and Measure C are going to be on the March 3rd ballot.
Now, the Kern Taxpayers Association vets and takes positions on each bond measure. The association supports both Measure A and C, saying they'd both use taxpayer dollars responsibly. Each measure would cost property owners about $30 per $100,000 of assessed value. The association does not support State Proposition 13, which is $15 billion in bonds for public schools in California. But for now in the studio, Austin Westfall, 23 ABC, connecting you.
Thank you, Austin. And 23 ABC wants to help you make an informed decision on Super Tuesday, which is less than a week away on March 3rd. And the day Californian voters will go to the polls. We have information on local measures, national and local candidates, along with propositions on our website, turn223.com.
The Bakersfield Museum of Art will be premiering their after-hours art experience called Art After Dark, and you have a chance to view the collection tonight. The museum will return for its 5th year with the celebration of a newly installed exhibit called One Night in California, Contemporary Nocturnes. It'll be an evening of exploration inspired by nocturne painting, interpretations of light and dark that embrace the shadows. Admission is free for BMOA members and students with a valid ID, and for $5 for non-members. Doors open at 7 p.m.
Around the country, people are gathering at libraries, coffee houses, churches, and funeral homes to talk about an unlikely subject: death and dying. It's part of an international movement known as Death Cafes, and it follows on the success of last June's Before I Die festival at Green Lawn Funeral Homes. And this year, Green Lawn will host its first Death Cafe tomorrow. It provides an open, friendly, and informal atmosphere where people can participate in a respectful and life-affirming conversation about death, dying, funerals, traditions, and more. The event is free and will be held at Green Lawn Southwest at 2 p.m.
Houchin Community Blood Bank and Kern County Raceway are mixing it up this week. The Blood Bank and Raceway group will be hosting a mixer this afternoon as a way to kick off the race season. You'll have the chance to meet drivers, get autographs, and take pictures. It's happening today at Houchin's Bolthouse Donor Center from 4 to 7 p.m. and the Race In to Give Blood Drive will be happening next month, so be sure to check back for a chance to win tickets to opening night.